Hello mga boss! Welcome back na naman sa ating panibagong video, and so this is Dong Tope na naman on the screen. So eto na nga mga boss, gagawa na naman tayo ng panibagong job interview tips para sa inyo. So it's been a long time in a while na bumalik ako sa pagbablog, but anyway, we are now on a job tips number 4. Dito na nga tayo sa commitment questions on a job interview, how you will be able to pass when it comes to the questions pagdating sa work commitment. Okay, so it's very important to know about it kasi yan yung unang hinahanap ng interviewer during the job interview. So, dito tayo sa mga indirect questions or mga situational questions or logical questions during a job interview. Kaya samahan nyo na ako. Tara! And so, eto na mga boss, ipapakita ko sa inyo on the screen ang mga possible job interview questions pagdating sa mga situational questions on a work commitment. And of course, I will teach you how you will be able to answer it. So here we go for the first example. What if there will be opportunity that will be open for you that is related to your course or passion, or another opportunity outside the company that offers bigger compensation? Will you take advantage in it? So, no, parang nilagay ka sa situation na pumili ka, will you take advantage doon sa opportunity na magbibigay sa'yo ng mas malaking offer rather than to this career na ino-offer namin ngayon during a job interview? So, now, how you will be able to answer that is, of course, just say no. Of course, why? You are facing already the opportunity on a job interview. The job that they offer is already an opportunity. So don't look for another opportunity outside the company if you are on a job interview. Why? It's because that's how they will be able to see if you are really work committed. So pagdating sa work commitment, anong meaning nun is how you are willing to have the job and how you are willing to get the job. So in that way, again, that's how you will be able to show them na work committed ka. So again, if there is another opportunity or other offer, other compensation na mas malaki sa mga nag-offer ngayon na company, just disregard it. Anyway, it's kind of a white lie during a job interview because of course in reality it does not apply, because of course as a person who is practical when it comes to life, then we'll take advantage on that one, right? But of course if you are on a job interview, again, just to show your work commitment, willingness, and your dedication to get the job, then show it. Just say no. Okay? Now, if it is related to your course or passion, so pagdating naman sa course or passion, if that kind of job na ino-offer sa'yo ng interviewer ngayon is related or unrelated to your course or passion, then may ibang opportunity na related naman sa course at passion nyo. So, disregard mo muna yun talaga. Focus on the job that they offer. Okay, so for example, you're a marketing student, so supposed to be your career path should be within sales and marketing, right? And then the job that you are applying right now is for customer service. So that's actually outside of your course or outside of, let's just say, passion. However, again, if you really wanted to get the job, focus on the job that they offer rather than on your own personal things or goals when it comes to your passion. And alright, so mga boss, example number 2 for the situational question. So here it is on the screen. So what if someone in your family stop you to work for this job and then they will support you back in your studies, or they want you to go abroad? Will you take advantage of that opportunity, or what will you do? So again, that is still a kind of situation na pinapapili ka. So yun guys, it's still between your wants versus your needs. Why? It's because your needs is to have a job, but your want is going back your studies, taking up your career, taking up your goals, taking up your career path, or you wanted to go abroad. So yeah, those are your interests. So it's kind of wants. Okay, so wants versus needs. So always, of course, choose the need that you need right now, right away during a job interview. And what is it? To have the job. So still focus again on the job that they offer. Okay, simple lang naman talaga pag pinapapili ka between two things. Okay, the fav always choose the thing that will favor to them. Simple as that. Okay? Yan na lang siguro ang pinakamadaling explanation dito. So if pinapapili ka between studies or the job, choose the job that they offer. If pinapapili ka, will you go abroad or this job? Choose the job that they offer. Okay, again, forget at the moment of the interview, forget first about your personal goals, personal interests in life. Because anyway, those things might probably not work, or you will be having a hard time to work on it if you will not take advantage on the opportunity that we are offering right now. Okay, so that will be for the second example. And so let's go ahead with the third example for the situational question. So eto na naman, common ito, okay, especially when it comes to reasons of leaving. So in advance of the interviewer, tinatanong na talaga tong ganitong klaseng situation para malaman nila how you react or how you behave on, of course, on a certain job. Okay, so this is the question number 2. Example number 3, if there will be important occasion that you need to attend to in your family, like gatherings, reunion, birthday, anniversary, etc., and what will you do? Okay, so now this is between priority and, of course, this is between company and your priority, or let's just say this is about priority. So ano yung mas prioridad mo? Would that be the job, or the family events, or your family itself? So which is your priority? So of course, during the job interview, is you need to prioritize the job that they offer. But I know in reality we always prioritize the family, right? So that's the reality. However, if you are on a job interview, forget about it first, but rather for you, of course, to still get or convince them that you're still willing, whatever happens or whatever it is, you're still willing to have the job. Then you need to choose the priority of having this job. Okay, so whatever priorities in life that you have right now, forget about it, especially when it comes to your goals, your plans. Forget about it during a job interview. What you need to prioritize is how you get the job, how you will be hired with the company. Okay, so focus on that. So on that situation again, it's a situation about priorities and how you behave on a certain events, on a certain occasions. Okay, so always prioritize the job that they offer. Alright, simple as that. And then now for the fourth thing, or fourth situational questions that you may encounter on a job interview about work commitment. So this is a kind of situational questions. So this happens especially if there is emergency. Okay, so usually as a person, of course, we always prioritize emergency. Of course, that's the word itself is emergency. It's urgent, it's needed, and it's really important. So however, during a job interview, again, how you will be able to convince them that you are still willing to have the job, whatever it takes, whatever happens, always still choose the job. So the question number 4, the example number 4 of the situation, if you are already in the front of the building in your company, but someone in your family called you for an emergency. What will you do? Okay, so this is about an emergency things. So I know again, us really prioritize emergency, but at this moment of time, when it comes to emergency, to you need to choose the job. Okay, forget about your family first. You can just say, there is someone that can attend to, maybe my brothers, my sisters, on that kind of emergency. I need to prioritize my job, because if ever I will lose my job, then probably we will still be having a hard time when it comes to life. Okay, so I cannot support anymore my family, and so on and so forth. So in regards to that again, so with that kind of emergency, I'll just try to approach one of my supervisor or manager. So in this kind of things, they are going to read how again you react on a kind of situation, and how you will be able willing to sacrifice things versus the job that they are offering to you. So simple rule again, always choose them, always choose the job, always prioritize them, always show them that you are willing to have the job that they offer. And when it comes to other situation, so just make sure that of course you are still be able to be responsible when it comes to this kind of reactions or behavior towards the job, okay, or towards with the family as well. All right. So those are the situational questions that you may encounter during a job interview. So first again is about how you will be able to choose between other opportunity versus the opportunity that they offer. Second thing is how you will be able to prioritize studies or your career path between the job that they offer. And then the third thing is how you will be able to prioritize between family or occasions, events versus the job that they offer. And the last thing is between emergency and other fortuitous event, or other, what you call this one, important events that you need to attend to versus the job they offer. Okay, so always again choose the job that they offer. A simple rule that only happens during a job interview. However, take note, in reality it does not apply. Okay, because of course there are things really there are really things that you need to attend to when it comes to, of course, especially emergency, family, and so on and so forth. Anyway, with regards to that things, you can find a way naman if you already had the job. Okay, so it's just that during a job interview, this is the way how you will be able to convince them. So please do take note of it. Okay. All right, and now let's go ahead with the other questions that you may encounter still on a work commitment. And now, if that was a situational questions, now let's go ahead with kind of logical questions na naman. All right. So first question is, why did you leave your previous job? So, this is very critical, especially sa may mga experience dyan. Why? It's because this is how they will be able to see how you work with a certain company, and how what you call this one, how loyal, or what we call, how how was your integrity on a certain company. Okay, all right, so that's the word. Anyway, so when you are asked how did you leave your previous job, I want you to take note that always provide valid reasons. Okay, so what are the valid reasons? Ito yung mga reasons na bagay na kumbaga wala ka ng choice kundi gawin yung reason na yon. Okay? Kundi gawin yung bagay na yon, it's because you don't have a choice. You need to sacrifice some things. Okay? So always choose a valid reason when you leave, why you leave your previous job. Just cite for an example. Okay, so just cite for an example, let's just say you are pregnant. Sa mga babae ito. So you're pregnant and you really need to resign just because after you give birth, so you need to attend with your your child, your baby. Okay, so that's it. And say for example naman sa mga lalaki, so kailangan mo rin alagaan yung mag-ina mo, something like that. Okay, and there's no one that can attend to, it's only you. So you need to sacrifice with the job versus those kind of things. And set for an example na naman, when it comes to a situation na end of contract ka na, it's out of your control. Of course, they ended your contract, it's out of your control. So that's a valid reason na it's out of my control. Wala ka ng choice. Hey, in-end nila yung contract ko. So that's a valid reason. Or let's just say the company is shutting down or closing. So or they are reducing manpower. So those are valid reasons, okay? And there are also some other things like career growth, or what else? Your career growth, it's a thing naman na you wanted to work on with yourself. It's because of course your previous job cannot provide it to you. So that's still a valid reason. So guys, those are the possible answers that you can provide. Okay, so focus again. If you are asked why did you leave your previous job, always provide a valid reason. Okay, then now next example of illogical questions. What are your motivation to work, or what motivates you to work? So of course, common answer is our family. Okay, so can use them. Our family. That's the time you can discuss about your family. Why your family becomes your motivation, or let's just say your friends, your relatives, and whatsoever. Okay, so that's the time we can talk about it. All right. So but don't just be too dramatic. Okay, wag naman yung pang MMK na discussion about your motivation. Okay, so maybe you need to focus on the strength that you get from this kind of motivation and discuss about it. Okay, so that's how you will be able to make it. And then for the third logical example question is, what should be a possible reason you can give to leave this job? So eto guys, pag tinanong kayo neto, don't, or for you, if you want it to be safe, don't provide any reason. If you are asked about a reason, okay? So you can just say, I don't have any reason. What I'm planning right now is just to get hired first, and I don't say any reason, okay? Because that's not my plan. What my plan is to stay longer with the company and to grow with the company, okay? Or if makulit talaga yung interviewer, kasi may mga ganun, talagang tinatrap-trap ka until they push you to your limit. So pag din siya, so example lang, if magbibigay ka talaga ng isang reason, what should be the reason na possible na you can that you will be leaving the company? Well then, if the company cannot, of course, if I can't see myself na growing on the company for staying for a longer time, then probably I will just look forward for another company. But of course, I know that that will not happen because I know how you value your company. So parang binibigyan mo sila ng negative things but you binabawi mo, okay? So but be careful on that one kasi yun nga, that might still trap you on a work commitment. Okay? So what are the possible reasons? Basta the safest way for this is do not provide any reason if they ask you about a reason. Okay? And so that's it. Those are again the logical questions that you may encounter and the situational questions that you may encounter when it comes to work commitment. And there's a lot more, okay? And those questions may vary for changes depending, of course, on how your interviewer question you or how they construct their sentences when it comes to the job interview questions, okay? So it's just that is just a guideline or a basis on how you will be able to answer it, okay? So I hope that you learned from it. And one last thing that I want you to take note, mga boss, is ano yung bagay na focus talaga ng work commitment during a job interview. Okay, ang talagang focus ng work commitment questions during a job interview is first, here we go on the screen, behavior towards the job. Okay? Paano ka nagbe-behave towards the job? It's more on psychological things, how you interact, environment, how you interact with your co-employees, how you interact with situations, how you interact with changes. So it's a behavior toward the job. Okay, so that's the focus of a work commitment question. Second thing is career path or career plan, your career path. So this is how they will be able to see as well what are really your plans in life, or what are your goals that they may be able to help you, or that you may be able to that you wanted to achieve within the company. So those are the things that they are also focusing when it comes to work commitment. Okay? So are you accepting, so parang ganito yan, tinanggap mo ba tong trabaho na to para just wanted to have job right now and then leave us? No. Or they are trying to see if gusto mo tong trabaho natin kasi gusto mo mag-build up ng career dito, or andito ba yung mga plano mo sa company na to na dapat stable ka on this company. So ganon. Alright? So and the third thing is the focus is about, again, your family. So ito na naman yung it's more on about family versus your job. So which will you prioritize? Okay, it's more on priority. And then the last thing, which is very important kasi dito din tayo masyadong critical, or which is of course as applicant medyo sensitive din tayo dito, and also with the employer when it comes to compensation. Okay? So ano yung mga expectation mo pagdating sa compensation? So doon pa lang sa work commitment questions, tinatry na nila kung when it comes to compensation, negotiable ka ba? When it comes to compensation and offer nila, satisfied ka ba? Because why? This thing may be or might be a reason for you to leave the company in advance or in the future if ever you are not satisfied, if ever di nila na-met yung expectation mo pagdating sa compensation. Okay, so in that way, they will be able to see kung work committed ka na ba. Kahit ganito lang kakarampot yung offer nila sa'yo. Okay? So, yun. I hope guys that you learned through this video. Again, job interview tips number 4. And see you again on the next video for another job interview tips. And of course, we will discuss another topic, another job interview tips. Okay, so right now I want you to, of course, don't forget to follow this Facebook account Dong Tope, and my Facebook page, which is Dong Tope Vlogs. And before I forget guys, if you are looking for a job right now, especially the one in Luzon, I do have a work from home setup account. Just work within the comfort of your home. As long as my internet connection ka, we will be the one to provide the equipments, and any educational attainment and qualification is any educational attainment, and then with or without experience. So again, all you have to do is just comment down below kung interested ka mag-apply ng trabaho, and I will help you throughout the process, and nothing to worry guys, I will make sure na papasa kayo. Okay, so those are the things they only wanted to remind you guys. I wanted to advise, I wanted to suggest, and of course I wanted to teach you when it comes to job interview tips. So I hope that you learn from it and you take note of all of that on the journey that you have when it comes to your application pagdating sa trabaho. Magtrabaho na kayo, wag nang tambay-tambay. Okay, let's go! Tara!